The Crispy Bacon boss event has 3 vehicles that you can get. One of them you get when you defeat the boss, and 2 of them you get by farming piggy coins. You earn piggy coins every time you defeat the boss. If you get 4,200, you get the Raider Z, and if you get 3,250, you get the P1-G1. As you can see, I own one of these vehicles. I don't own the other one. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing 2 of the vehicles. One of them you get when you defeat the boss, which is over here, and the other one you get with the 3,250 piggy coins, the P1-G1. And here is the first one. This is the Legion. So when you defeat Crispy Bacon for the first time, you will get this truck, and this is an incredible vehicle. I absolutely love it. So as you can see, we've got a skin on it. This is the same skin you get when you defeat the boss. The skin is known as Lightning Skin 2023. It's an animated purple and white lightning skin. It looks pretty cool, and as you can see, this vehicle is very interesting. We have 6 wheels on it. It's very big. This vehicle has 10 seats on it. You've got 1 driver's seat, and then you've got 1 passenger seat next to it, and then you have 8 different seats on these back things. In terms of customizing, you've got the standard stuff: the plate, the engine, the ornament, the topper, suspension, skins, underglow, and then the tint. You interestingly don't have access to rims. These are the rims. These are special rims. You can't even change the rim color, so you're stuck with gray, which kind of sucks. I'll be honest. I feel like it's kind of cool if they made it so it actually works. You can actually change the rim color of it. Maybe not change the rims if they want to keep those rims, but I feel like, come on, the rim color, gray with the purple skin, doesn't really work. This vehicle has 400 health. Understandably, as you saw, it's pretty slow. It's not the best vehicle, and turning, it's quite difficult to do, to be honest. It takes a little while. It's a lot harder to turn than other vehicles. The turning may not be great, but the drifting is absolutely awful. I'm drifting right now. Like, that's hideous. I would like to see someone try and make a drifting montage using this vehicle, because that is awful. Look at it, I'm just spinning. What is going on? Overall, this vehicle looks great. The speed in turning it is awful, but it can hold 10 players. So overall, I really recommend this vehicle. You get it for free anyway by beating the boss. So as long as you beat the boss, which I think is most people's objective, you're gonna get this vehicle. So I 100% recommend it. It's a cool vehicle. It's just not great to use if you haven't got lots of people, but that's okay. If you don't like the Legion, you still have 2 other vehicles that you can check out. These 2 vehicles are available via piggy coins. We've got the Raider Z for 4,200 coins and the P1-G1 for 3,250. Providing you haven't spent any Robux, you're gonna get 100 piggy coins every time you defeat the boss. So you're gonna have to play the game and beat the boss about 80 times to get both of these vehicles. But if you want to know the fastest and easiest way to do that, you can click that video up in the icon, because yesterday's video I did just that. So now let's have a look at the P1-G1. Here it is. I put an astronaut helmet on it. It's one of the new ornaments. I really like this one because it moves around in the wind. I love that. This vehicle has 2 seats. It is a spaceship, and when I get inside of it, you will notice something. It literally has the window sound. When you get out, it's the Windows fail sound. It's absolutely incredible. It's very difficult to drive with. I guess it is possible if you go forward, but you're just going to end up doing like a wheelie. So it's not practical really for the land, but it is practical for the air. If you watch any Manatee creators, you'll know that if you ask them what vehicle to buy, including myself, you're going to be told the Hyperglider. It's the best vehicle by far. It costs 5.5 million, but the P1-G1 is kind of like the Hyperglider. As you can see, when I spawned it in, there was no cooldown timer. If you spawn air vehicles, you have to wait 3 minutes before you can spawn it again. With the Hyperglider and now with the P1-G1, that doesn't happen. You can spawn it as much as you want. And this vehicle works very similarly to the Hyperglider. It's controlled by boosting. If you boost, it will make it go forward, and it's pretty good control. And the best thing about this is it regens boost over time. With the Hyperglider, you have to go on the floor, and when you're touching the ground, the boost will regenerate. With this one, it's not. You can actually be in the air and you can regenerate boost. And as you can see, if you get enough boost, it takes a little while to kind of power up, but once you get enough boost, you will start going at a good speed. You can go down to gain momentum, and then you can swipe back up. And as you can see, it's kind of like the Hyperglider. Obviously, I think the Hyperglider is better. Some say that the P1's better. I don't think it is. Considering that this one doesn't require you to grind that much, it's pretty good. With customization, you can customize the window tint, the underglow, which changes the back of this little ring that's popping up, which is really, really cool. I absolutely love that they've done this. You got the basic things: toppers, skins, ornaments. You got a plate, even though there's no plate on the vehicle, and you also have the boost. You can customize the boost, which is really cool as well. As you can see, I'm gaining a little bit of speed, and it can be quite quick. If you manage to manage the boost, and you kind of go down when you're boosting as well, and then kind of swipe back up, it can be pretty quick. It's a good vehicle to use when you're scouting for kind of meteors. People can tend to recommend jets and stuff, but obviously with the 3-minute cooldown, you might not be able to spawn one. But this one, it's pretty good for hunting around in meteors. The turning's pretty good if you combine it with boosting. You turn and then you boost and then you'll kind of turn pretty quickly, which is really good as well. And this vehicle just looks great. So overall, I highly recommend the Legion, but obviously I think the P1 is better. I think it's pretty much a good hyperglider replacement. If you're nowhere near to getting a 5.5 million for the hyperglider, this is a very good replacement. We finally have something that kind of can match the hyperglider. The hyperglider is still better, but this is still not too far off. If you have any questions about the Legion or the P1-G1, chuck them down in the comments and I'll respond to you. If you want me to make a video on the Raider Z when I get that, a review video, then leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments as well. If you want to check out my previous video going over the best way to beat Crispy Bacon and get as much piggy tokens as you possibly can in as short time as possible, you can click that video up there. And if you want to check out the video on the actual update, criminal base revamp, desert expansion, new boss, you can click that video down there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is GMD, and as always, peace out.